number 5. It's going to have us rewrite a script that already has if statements, but we want to make it more efficient this time. And instead of just using if and, we want to use if else if statements. So it says only use 3 logical comparisons. So the most we can use is 3 logical comparisons. Now, I went ahead and drawn out our intervals. So on the first interval, x is less than or equal to 10. So I close a negative 10, I mean. So I close circle and goes down. Or x is greater than 10, so open circle, and less than 15. So open circle over here. So that's our first interval. Our second interval, we have x is greater than negative 10 and less than or equal to 10. And our final interval is that x is just simply greater than or equal to 15. So we have to rewrite this to make this more efficient. The best way we can do this is start off by the simple interval. So the simplest thing that we have is just this interval right here, which is simply greater than or equal to 15. So if we write if x is greater than or equal to 15, we'll simply write y equals 2. That's our simplest thing. Now else if, to think about it, we already said that x is greater than or equal to 15. That means our only other options right now is that x is less than 15. So we're going to start working from there. But before we even do that, if we do just x is less than 15, which is implied, it's going to go all the way down here. Now we have a second simple interval over here. It's this one. So this one's a really small interval. It's just one spot. It's a solid line. But we have this interval right here, which is also more complex. So let's leave this interval right here where it's x is less than or equal to negative 10 and in between 10 and 15 for the last thing. So if we say else if x is less than or equal to 10 but greater than negative 10, we'll make that our second interval, and now it will have us up to 3 logical comparisons. So think about it. If we say x is greater than negative 10 and x is less than or equal to 10, that's our 1, 2, and 3 logical comparisons. Now we already got this one off and we got this one off. If we already covered all of this area right now and we covered all of this area right here, that means the only area left is the area that we have not described, which is our first interval in our original statements. So we're just going to set y equals to 1 here. And we'll just say else. And by saying else, we're basically describing this area and this area right here. So there's no need for an else if statement. And we can't even have an else if statement because we already used 3 logical comparisons. So you just say y equals 0. And that's how we're supposed to do it right after we end our statement.